Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Organized Chaos. Y'all, I'm having a hard time with this, so I apologize in advance. I'm praying I do a good job today. I'm very, very bothered. I was bothered the first time we covered Lauren, and I think I'm even more bothered today than I was the first time. And now we have a name and we have more information, and the math and the sense ain't making sense, and it ain't mathing, and nothing seems right. Before we get started, let's take care of all of the housekeeping that we need to take care of today. And then we're going to jump right into it. I am using everything exactly from the news sources or the websites that I found them because, working during the day, I didn't have all the time to do all the things to turn it into my normal presentation. I do have my little speaker right here so that when I play the videos, hopefully I can fix the volume issues that we had on Sunday, I think it was. All right, before we get started, shout out to Evelyn. Hey, boo. I see you got one coming up tonight. I saw you. You just dropping them all. I was like, oh, Evil got a plan. Here, everywhere. I love it. If you have not, and if you are not aware, we need to cancel John Yates. If you have not signed the petition, please take a moment and sign the petition. You can sign it anonymously. Cancel John Yates. Please subscribe to my sister Evelyn. Thank you and very much. We had some trucking ASMR with the little cursey words. And I wanted so much more. And I'm so excited for her channel. Please go subscribe and get you some trucking ASMR and cursey words too. Please subscribe to one of my besties boos in the whole world and one of my YouTube sisters, Foxy and Family. Subscribe to my big sis on these YouTube streets, Saki Speaks. I am Dr. Saki. Subscribe to Bikini. Yes, a bikini. Check her out. Every day she drops about a 20-ish minute video of all of the things and the running and the this and the that and the Supermans and the planks. I've been doing planks too. I'm coming for you, Bikini. I'm coming. All right. Wait, I'm over here moving stuff on my monitor and moving stuff on my screen. Hey, boo. Hey, Evo. Hey, Bikini. Yes, please hit that like button on your way in. Please remember to subscribe and help me grow. The goal is 500 by 50. Your girl will be 50 in months. My goal is to get to 500 subbies by June. Help your girl out and subscribe so you can talk in the chat too. I've learned how to make it so you can't talk in my chat until you subscribe for at least 20 minutes. Boom. That's all the more reason just to subscribe. Why not? Who was sleeping? Saki, you've been running around these YouTube streets real late. I wake up and I see you been on I was like, Saki be up all night. What you been doing over there? All right, Bikini is giving love to Saki. Welcome to January 26th. Amen. You just woke up. That means you're going to be up again all night tonight in these YouTube streets. It's so much happening on YouTube, y'all. Y'all know we did the beautiful Inside and Out, and we looked at Cardi B, and we also looked at Tasha K. Tasha was not beautiful on the inside. She's beautiful on the outside because everybody is, because preferences are real, right? Absolutely. Everybody's beautiful is different, but it's that inside beauty we were trying to get to. And we kind of knew back then she wasn't beautiful on the inside. And guess what? The court told her she wasn't beautiful on the inside either, to the tune of about 3.8 million. Girl! Listen, I don't care if you got 1 million subscribers. You ain't making that kind of YouTube money. And it ain't that kind of Pangea wash money running around in these streets either. Girl. She was supposed to go live today. Did she go live? She's still talking ish. I just don't even understand. Girl. 30 minutes. Is it 30 minutes or less, Bikini? It's still January 25th. Are you sure today is the 25th? Yeah. See, Saki, she says good morning. I do. I say good morning. It's always good morning. It's always good morning, sunshine. That's my thing. Yo, I'm gonna read y'all the thing my daughter wrote one day. Not today, because we got to get into Miss Lauren. Oh, y'all know what else? I got to give y'all an update. Oh my goodness. Wait. I got to keep going. I see somebody here. Wait. Yes, cancel John Yates. Please, thank you and very much. Cancel John Yates again. Please, thank you and very much. Boop. One more time. Cancel John Yates. Thank you and very much. Cups! Hey, Cups! Welcome! Welcome to my little channel. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you so much. Ew. Hey, McClurk, boo. You caught a lot, girl, because I don't really go live on the weekend, girl. But you know, they was giving information about my sister Lauren, and I was like, listen, this is what I do. And I gotta update the people. You know, they've been running around updating. Everybody been giving they little updates, and I did a story. She deserves to be updated on my channel as well. So that's what I'm about to do today on a work night. Oh my goodness, child, those Superman. So I hate. Let me. Well, so I'm not supposed to say the word hate, right? I'm trying to teach my students not to say the word hate. Hate is such a strong and terrible word, and it's the cousin and opposite of love. But girl, I strongly dislike the Supermans are not as bad. I don't know if I'm doing them right though. But planks, no, let me tell you what's up with the devil. Mountain climbers. Have you ever done a mountain climber? Them things are of the devil, and burpees too. They can both go to hell in a handbasket. Both of them. Those are not my friends. Everybody is giving love to Cups. Come on, Cups. Bikini be getting it in. Don't play with Bikini. Everybody is giving love to everybody. Yeah, yes, and yeah, yes. All right, you guys, let's get into this story because whew, it's so much. It's so much. All right, before I get into the update about Lauren Smith Fields, I would just like to give you guys another update about Jariah Smith. Jariah Smith's mother, Dedrunia, said that she would absolutely be reaching out to me to help update about her baby. So stay tuned for that. That should be coming. I think the trial is in May. So let's look for that probably around sometime in May or June. So if she's tuning in, if she ever sees this on a replay, I just want to thank you for blessing my channel with your presence and responding to my invitation to have your voice give the update about your daughter. So I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much. Bikini said I had to verify that this is the real Cups. Child. I'm so listen. That ugly on the inside woman, she got what she deserved. And the thing is, she still talk. And I don't care. Cardi might not ever get that money, but the law said that all that is talking you've been doing about that child who is absolutely a decade younger than you, like, girl, old lady, stop talking about the young girls like that. Stop it. Cardi didn't deserve any of that venom. And then for it just to be made up ish so you could get some dollars and some coins. Money is it's not even the money. The money ain't the root of her evil. She's the root of her evil. Saki says, I'm so happy for Cardi. Even though she doesn't need the money, it's a good little start to a trust fund for her children. She's a good mother too. She is. Listen, child. Yes, please like on your way in. Cups is like, it's me, girl. It's me. Yes. I'm so happy you guys are here. I hope I don't make myself cry, and I hope I don't make you cry today. I might make you upset because I'm upset. I try not to read all of the details until I come in front of you so we can kind of experience whatever we experience together. I like for it to be as authentic as it can be. I always just try to give it a brief overview. So I do have 2 videos I'm going to show you today. I found a biography of him. I ain't going to say his name until I have to. And then we're going to get into the absolute news story of what transpired yesterday with the autopsy results. Cups is saying, yes, Saki, cuz the trolling is real. So people check the page. Child. Cups, I can't wait for your next video. I was awake when you did your one the other day about listen, when you said all of the names, I'm like, wait, I know those people. I don't necessarily subscribe to all those channels, but I'm like, I know that name. I know that name. I know that name. Where's part 2, please? Thank you and very much, ma'am. I'm ready. I'm ready. Evil said in a hand, girl. Lauren, child. Okay, I'm gonna stay focused. I'm gonna do good. We know his name. I ain't gonna say his name until I have to. Yes, please. Justice for Lauren. Justice for Lauren and justice for her family. Like, nobody, no family should be treated the way her family's been treated. We always talk about the systems when we talk about these types of cases. This system in Connecticut is effed up. Whatever is happening with this police department is effed up. This is wonderful news that she will. I'm so excited. Like, when I tell you, my heart is just so, I'm like, the universe is totally undefeated. The universe is totally undefeated. I had no idea this is what I would be doing. Like, and then for her to have found what I put out there and to want to continue to touch bases with me, I am just honored. I am honored, and I want her to have a voice, because what it seems like from her comments, where she's at, they are not helping her. They are not on her side, and she deserves her voice, for her voice to really be amplified. And if I can give her any type, even on my space, I just want to be able to give that to her. I know, right? I'm honored, Evil. I am so honored. I can't find you, Bikini. Here, I'll give it to you. Unless, did y'all drop it for? Okay. Saki dropped it. All right. Yes, we love Cups. Of course, Cups is, listen. Cups is the GOAT. I be seeing the trolls trying to troll, and I be seeing they work. And then when Cups just sits back and she lets them do all of the things that they do. And then when Cups pulls out her troll card, it just be the troll of all the trolls. Be like, and sometimes I don't even know who Cups is talking about, because I don't know all of the people in all of the places. But child, when Cups lays it down, I just be like, girl, I would not want to be on the receiving end of anything Cups does. It's terrible. All right. Wiley better get the chicken place together. Wasn't he on some channel the other day trying to defend her? I saw him somewhere, and all they were doing was screaming and hollering at each other, and I couldn't finish listening to it. I was like, I can't. My brain couldn't function in that space. It was really toxic. But I was just like, he really is trying to defend the foolishness? Child, make it make sense. I know McClurg is over there with the puff puff pass. Mary Jane. Love me, Mary Jane. Okay, y'all. Okay, I gotta focus, because y'all have me up here reading. Y'all know y'all will have me reading the chat for a whole hour. Stop it. Focus, students. Focus, children, please. Here y'all go. Y'all are still in the chat. Y'all are still in the chat. Y'all are not. Y'all are not. Y'all are not. Y'all are not. No. 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 Yay. Cups up to Bikini. She be on early in the morning. You was early this morning. Though. I was still in class when you were on this morning, but I had to catch the replay of yours all the way. Sometimes I can catch Houston Bread in the morning. She went real early this morning. I couldn't catch her. I caught the end of it. Saki says, organized chaos. I was so shocked when I saw that they finally said his name. I know. When you inboxed me, I was like, okay, I see you. I see him. He wasn't no old man, no. They tried to make it seem like she was all out here in these what you call it, when the young girls be with the old men in them kind of streets. I was like, so wait a minute. He wasn't old. He wasn't old at all. Okay, we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get, because I got thoughts, I got words, and y'all, I was like, let chaos know. Right. I had to update the people, child. And then today, with when the autopsy results came up yesterday, I was like, yes, we got to update all of the people now. All right. And y'all still aren't listen. Y'all listen. I need y'all to be on y'all best behavior, please. Because everybody can't comment in the chat unless they've been subscribed for 20 minutes or more. So FU in Connecticut, they are hiding. He's not old. McClurg, he's not old. Wait till you see him. I'm gonna show you who he is today. We know who he is. We know exactly who he is. We know who he is. He's not old. That's the sad part. He's not old. Yes, you guys, please subscribe to Cups of Conversation. She is the GOAT of the trolling game in these YouTube streets. I would love to do a panel. What are we doing a panel about, Cups? Let's do it. Let's do all of the things. You want to talk about skin color? Because I'm a little light right now. But girl, about June or July, that tan girl, don't let me go to a like Mexico or something or Jamaica. I'll be coming back about 5 shades darker. We could talk about it. We could talk about all of the things. We know his name. I'm gonna tell you his name in a minute, Bikini. Slow down. I don't feel like saying. I ain't gonna say his name too many times because his name irritates me. His face does too. Mm-hmm. Oh, there it go. That's it right there. That's it. We're gonna talk about him. And y'all still in my chat. Y'all are just not behaving right now. Why are y'all being like this today? Y'all are not behaving. Y'all still got me over here in the chat, and I'm supposed to be sharing my screen right now. I'm supposed to be focused. I do appreciate that y'all are getting me out of my funky mood that I was in when I started. So I do thank you guys for that because I was not in the best of moods. I was over here. Listen, look at evil snitching. Yes, y'all are acting up right now. Y'all are not focused. You're trying to stop me from teaching right now. You're trying to stop me from getting the lesson started. And oh my goodness, I need y'all to focus. I need y'all to focus, please. They tried to paint her like she was a hoe. That's the word I was looking for, the sugar baby. I might not think that's a good word, so that's probably why I wasn't in the front of my brain. It's the sugar baby for me. He is not even of a sugar daddy status in life. It's stupid that they even put that narrative out there on that girl. All right, so let's get into it. Who are they hiding? They hiding him or somebody he know. He's not old though. He definitely ain't a sugar daddy at all. You did snitch a little evil. You snitched. You snitched, boo. All right, I got it to the end. Yay! And here comes Cups. I swear. There's Cups. And then so this is Cups. Cups is the disruptive one. Now everybody else has settled down. Cups, 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 Cups. 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 All right. Let me share my screen. We got to get started. We got to talk about Lauren. It's really, really important. Stay focused, Cups. Stay focused. All right, let's do this thing. Let's do all of the things. Let me get this over here. All right, you guys. So the first video I'm gonna show you is from News 4, the autopsy rules that Lauren Smith Fields' death and accident. The fuck? An accident? This is why I'm bothered. This is why I'm bothered. The family is going to sue. The medical examiner has ruled the death of Lauren Smith Fields, the young Connecticut woman who died after a Bumble date. That I'm so sick of them saying a Bumble date. So what? She had been on 3 dates with him, or she knew him for 3 days. So they were beyond just a Bumble date. As an accidental intoxication of a mixture of drugs, but her family says Lauren has no history of drug abuse. All right, you guys, let's watch this video. If I need more volume, let me know. Hopefully this works. Cups, I got ADHD too, though, while you playing. That's why I be multitasking all the time. You not listening, though. You still in the chat. Everybody laughing at you. They're all going to laugh at you, Cups, if you can't focus. They're talking about you, Cups. Focus, Cups. All right, come on, you guys. Focus. All right. So this one is a short video, so let's listen. It was definitely not an accident. The fuck. It was not an accident. Listen, you guys, let's go.
An update now on a story the News 4 I-Team first told us about. We've learned the death of Lauren Smith Fields has been ruled an accident. This is according to the medical examiner in Connecticut, who says she died due to acute intoxication from the combined effects of fentanyl, other prescription drugs, and alcohol. Her family has told News 4's Sarah Wallace that the report just brings up more questions, since they say Smith Fields was healthy and had no history of drug use. Their attorney says she died after a date with an older man she met on the dating app Bumble. Now her family plans to sue Bridgeport for negligence, claiming key evidence that could have helped determine what happened wasn't submitted to the state lab. The mayor of Bridgeport is promising an internal investigation.
Y'all, they did not collect evidence at the scene. They did not collect all the evidence at the scene. And they would never suspected him still. All right, our second video is coming from CBS News. Our girl Gayle King is going to talk to us real quick. Let's listen.
Is planning to sue the Bridgeport Police Department, saying that it failed to properly investigate the mysterious death of a young Black woman. 23-year-old Lauren Smith Fields was her name. She was found.
She is absolutely beautiful.
Found dead in her home while reportedly on a date back in December. The white man, whom she met on the dating app Bumble, reported her dead during their date.
Reported her dead during their date. And we just found out his name. He reported her dead during their date. Evil said, I bet they effing disposed of it though. And they protected him. Sexually active, drugs and alcohol or not shouldn't equal being raped and murdered. We still have no idea. They were covering for him. They covered for him from day one because he was the complexion for the protection, period. But it has to be more than that. Like, what is something else that we are not being told about this man? It has to be. Let's keep listening.
Now, he is not facing any charges, so CBS News is not releasing his name. Yesterday, though, would have been Smith Fields' 24th birthday. Family.
She would have turned 24 on Sunday. On Sunday.
Friends and supporters marched in Bridgeport to celebrate her life and demand answers and justice. Smith Fields' family called detectives' handling of the case racially insensitive, and alleged that the college student's civil rights were violated. Elise Preston spoke with the family, which is calling for an outside agency to now handle this investigation. Elise, good morning. This is a very troubling story.
Very heartbreaking, Gail. Good morning. Lauren Smith Fields should be celebrating her 24th birthday this week. Instead, her family is fighting for answers as to how.
Why? Why does her family have to fight for answers? Like, why are they? No family should be treated like this. Why are they fighting for answers? It's been a month. What happened? Okay, I got to breathe a minute before I can finish. Said he got up and she was deceased. No, sir, and no, ma'am. We're going to get into all of the details, Saki. We're going to get into all of the details. The white man will always receive protection against violence of others. But why? Like, it has to be more than that. I just don't believe it's just that. There is something missing. There has to be something. None of this is making any type of sense. I wouldn't be surprised if he isn't either related to a member of the law enforcement. That's what I'm thinking. There's a missing piece because nothing that I've seen or read or heard is making any sense with how this case is being handled, how her family is being totally disrespected, and how nothing is it's like a alternate universe of what is being said about this young lady and her passing.
How this seemingly healthy young woman reportedly died in her bed.
Family photos and memories are what Lauren Smith Fields' family is holding on to as they wrestle with her unexpected death.
The pain is so unbearable.
Chantel Fields says she drove to her daughter's apartment last month after not hearing from her.
When I got there was a note on the door saying, if you're looking for Lauren.
They didn't even call the family. They didn't even call the family. It was a note on, there was a note on the door. How do you not call the family? It was her apartment. You knew exactly who she was. There's emergency numbers on apartment contracts, leases, and all of the things. Nobody called her family?
Called this number.
The family says a detective told them Smith Fields had been declared dead about a day and a half earlier, and no.
A day and a half, and nobody called the family. How does that happen? How does that make sense? A day and a half and nobody calls the family?
No one reached out to tell them.
He said that she met some guy on Bumble that night. And I'm like, who's this guy? What's going on? He's like, oh, he sounds like a nice guy. Don't worry.
He sounds like a nice guy. He sounds like a nice guy. That's real investigative work right there, girls. Because you know, when you sound like a nice guy, you just go ahead. Don't worry about it. I know you woke up to a dead woman next to you, but you just sound like such a freaking nice guy. Thank you for calling us. We're not going to call her family, though, but thank you. And you go right on about your business. The fuck?
Worry about it.
According to an incident report, the date told police the two allegedly spent the night drinking, eating, and watching a movie. At one point, he said Smith Fields went outside to meet someone. Later, she fell ill, but the two continued drinking.
This is his version. So his version of the incident is being reported. This is what he says. Is this true? Who freaking knows? Because right now, all we know is he's a nice guy. And now we get to hear what he says. Okay.
Smith Fields fell asleep, and the date carried her to bed, where he went to sleep next to her. Hours later, around 6:30 in the morning, he says he woke up to Smith Fields not breathing, her nose bleeding. He called 911.
Girl. They partied. He woke up next to her and she wasn't breathing, and he called 911. The sense ain't sensing. The justice ain't justicing. And the family wasn't called for a day and a half. The family wasn't ever called, actually. It was a note on their door. Oh, you looking for your dead child? Call us. I'm very upset.
The family says a detective also told them to stop calling him for information. They were told
The detective didn't call the family. And then when the family called the detective, he said, don't call me. Why do people have jobs that they just don't want to do? If you don't want to do your job, don't have that job. Excuse me? How does this family get treated like this? Lauren deserves better than this.
he has since been removed from the case.
Where all do you think the police department misstepped in handling Lauren's death?
When you find a young lady dead and there's a male involved, is immediately a person of interest, and they should immediately
A person of interest. Immediately. I don't care how nice of a guy he seems to be. I don't care what story he just told you about what happened. Immediately, that is a person of interest. Immediately. And he still is not a person of interest. How does that happen?
Collected that person's DNA.
The incident report shows police collected money in Smithfield's passport, credit card, and phone, but the family's attorney, Darnell Crossland, stresses possible key evidence like bloodied sheets and drinks was not processed at.
So they walked in, he called 911. The sheets, the drinks, and anything else was not processed for weeks. For weeks.
The scene until 2.5 weeks later.
At the scene, we find a pill, we find a condom with semen in it.
I'm sorry, y'all. I haven't seen this video. I am so sorry, y'all. I was not emotionally ready. I probably should have had a little sip of something. All I got is water. Y'all know I'm trying to be on my best behavior. So the little story he said about they played patty cake all night and then they watched TV and ate and then went to sleep and then he woke up. That wasn't really the whole story because there was a condom with semen in it. So they did some other things too. And he still wasn't a person of interest. And there was a pill and all other types of things. Okay, I'm going to do better. I'm not going to scream again, y'all. I'm sorry. I just wasn't ready to hear that.
In a statement to CBS News, Bridgeport Police Acting Chief Rebecca Garcia says there are elements of misinformation being reposted, adding they will release a final comprehensive report at the end of their investigation.
Who trusts their investigation? If you trust their investigation, I don't even put nothing in the chat. Do you trust their investigation? I don't. I do not. I do not trust anything that this police department is doing. Absolutely nothing that they're doing. Nothing that they're doing. Okay, we're going to take a pause because that's stressing me out. Psyche says the level of disrespect that she was shown after her passing, the level of disrespect that her family is still being shown. Listen. Oh, they would have done their job and then some had she been a clear woman and her date had been black. Girl, you already know. Ray Ray would have been up under the jail waiting while they did all of this investigation. Ray Ray wouldn't be out here in these streets. Sure would not. But when the roles are reversed, he was nice. A condom? We don't need to pick that up and test it. Pills? Oh, we don't worry about that. Glasses with alcohol or some other substance in them? We don't need to test that. Sheets on the bed where she passed away? We don't need to collect that evidence. Girl. Okay. The impact of that compounded with the loss of her child. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, I'm all right. Godspeed. Child. I'm not understanding how they were able to just slide past the fact that he should have been immediately.
People know that Black women, Black girls have been going missing and haven't gotten any attention. And I think it's at a boiling point. We're just asking for process. That's it. Treat these cases like you would treat any others.
To lose Lauren in this way, how does that make you feel?
A part of my soul died. I would never be the same again. I don't even know how to even move from the next day to the next minute. I'm literally dead inside.
Lord, please cover her mother. I cannot even imagine. And not only did she lose her daughter, she has to fight against a system that wants to cover this up?
Now, the medical examiner's office tells CBS News an autopsy report should be complete in about a week. The family has paid out of pocket for.
All right, we can pause right there because we already know that we have autopsy results now, and that's what we are about to get into. We do know that the family did pay for an autopsy. We didn't learn any of the results in the initial coverage that I did on Lauren, but we did get a statement from the family that she wasn't she never did drugs. So we were able to make the assumption that their autopsy report showed drugs in her system because of that statement. Let's get into Matthew LaFontaine, child. Matthew. This is Matthew. This is a little bit of information about Matthew LaFontaine biography. 10 things about this Milford, Connecticut man. Matthew LaFontaine is a white man from Connecticut, United States. Here are 10 more things about Matthew. He lives in Milford, Connecticut. Aside from Milford, he lived in other parts of Connecticut, including Monroe. He works as a design engineer for Times Microwave System in Wallingford, Connecticut. From 2007 to 2019, he worked for Hubbell Electric Heater in Stratford, Connecticut as a lead production coordinator. On December the 8th, 2021, he met Lauren Smith Fields on Bumble. This part right here is goofy as fuck. She allegedly asked him for $40 to get her nails done and to meet her at her apartment in Bridgeport, Connecticut. We're going to talk about that because the family disputes this right here. The family is like, no, she didn't need her nails done. Her nails were done. On the evening of December the 11th, he did visit her. He woke up with her dead in her Bridgeport apartment. It was the first time they met. They allegedly drank tequila. He was 37 years old when he allegedly, I'm so sick of this word allegedly in here, when he met her on December the 11th. He met her on December the 8th. He met her in person on December the 11th. He was 14 years older than Smith. So that's not sugar daddy status. Around 6:30 a.m. on December 12th, he called 911 in Smith's Fields Bridgeport apartment and reported that he noticed that her nose was bleeding and she was not breathing. Police officers responded to the apartment and found her lifeless on the floor. Did y'all just see what that said? If this is right, she was on the floor. But earlier they said she was in the bed. Did he take her out the bed and put it on the floor? He was the last person to see her alive. And this right here is the problem. How do you call 911? How do the police come, see her, see him, and he just walks away? Oh, because he's a nice guy. I forgot. I'm sorry. I forgot. He seemed like a nice guy. So the Bridgeport Police Department did not bring him into questioning. Girl, what? Did not bring him into questioning after finding Smith Fields passed away on December the 12th. That's what they told her brother. Because he was a nice guy. He didn't need to be questioned. Bloodied sheets that was not immediately tested for evidence. It makes no sense. And yes, we just now got this. We're about to look at the autopsy results. Let's do that. Child. Whew. I have no faith in police protection from my own life experiences, and I'm a white woman. Cannot imagine the frustration and lack of trust that the Black community had. McClurg, you're seeing in real time how we feel about this shit. This is ridiculous. This is an insult. to intelligence anywhere. All right, this last article gives us a lot of details. I'm sorry, it's going to be a bunch of flashing commercials and all of the things because it is what it is. So this is from the Daily Mail. This is our final update for the day. Nice guys in people's lives too. They do. We already know. Child. All right. Woman 23 who passed away on a date with design engineer 37 passed away of acute intoxication from fentanyl, promethazine, hydroxyzine, and alcohol as death is ruled an accident. Where did the fentanyl, the promethazine, the hydroxyzine, where'd that come from? How'd that get in her system? The sense ain't sensing. Connecticut medical examiner determined Lauren Smith Fields passed away as a result of acute intoxication by fentanyl, promethazine, hydroxyzine, and alcohol. The 23-year-old woman's death in December was ruled accidental. I'm so freaking sick of that. It wasn't accidental. Where did all those things come from? Her family says she didn't do those things. Fentanyl is a highly addictive synthetic opioid prescribed to treat severe pain, while promethazine and hydroxyzine are allergy medications. Mayor of Bridgeport, Connecticut, launched investigation into police department's handling of the case and its interactions with family. Smith-Field's family accused local police of being racially insensitive and signaled their intentions to sue prior to release of cause of death. Smith-Field's Bumble date, Matthew LaFontaine, has not been charged with any crime in connection with why? He wasn't even questioned, really. Smith-Fields was found gone on her bloodstained sheets by LaFontaine, who is, we don't care. More than a month later, her cause of death is pending further studies. Because it doesn't make sense. There should be further studies because none of this is making sense. First degree, he planned it out. My gut tells me he could have been stalking Lauren. Or maybe he just likes to meet women on the Bumble app and then give them a bunch of drugs and eat tacos and then wake up next to them and then call 911. And because he's such a nice guy, nobody says anything. Ladies, don't go on a date with Matthew LaFontaine. Watch, they try and say she got the drugs from some undisclosed person that she met when she stepped outside. Oh, they already saying that she stepped outside to talk to her brother. And her brother did this. Her brother gave her the drugs. Saki, that's what they're saying. Her brother came by to drop off some laundry or pick up some laundry or something from her. And she must have gotten it from him. Like, for real, that's what they're saying. McClure, he more than likely began planning this whole thing out from the moment that they met on the Bumble. Yeah, or he probably had it planned out and just was waiting to meet the right girl. Like, oh, she bit. Okay, good, cool. I can handle this and make this happen with her. What a bunch of BS. For sure. Yep. They know, listen. They have evidence, and then they let the evidence get contaminated because they waited 2 weeks to test it. So even if they are able to like have any charges or anything, they get to say, oh, well, you waited too long to test the evidence. It just makes absolutely no sense. Girl, ain't nobody listening to them talk about her brother. Ain't nobody listening to that foolishness. All right, the Connecticut State Medical Examiner has determined that 23-year-old Lauren Smith Fields passed away from ingesting a lethal cocktails of drugs, including fentanyl, washed down with alcohol, and ruled her death an accident. The Office of Medical Examiners. Wait, how did my Saki comment get all the way over here? on this screen. This is weird, y'all. What just happened over here? Oh my goodness. That makes no sense. Hold on. Every time I click a comment, it comes up over here. That's weird. Okay, wait. Let me refresh this, y'all, because that is spooky. That should not be happening. My screen should not be splitting like that. All right. I think we're good now. I don't need the video. This is why I don't like doing the stuff from here. All right. So where are we at? The latest development comes after the state of office of the chief medical examiner on Monday ruled Lauren Smith Fields' death an accident caused by acute intoxication due to the combined effects of fentanyl, promethazine, hydroxyzine, and alcohol. We know that fentanyl is highly addictive. The new probe will try to figure out how and where Smith Fields procured the deadly drug. The woman's Bumble date, 37-year-old Matthew LaFountain, a design engineer, has not been charged with any crime in connection with her death. He has remained mum since being questioned by cops. Lakeem Jeter, Smith Fields' brother, was the next to last person to have seen his sister alive on the night she died, when he arrived at her Bridgeport home to collect a basket of clothes from her. That's what I was talking about, Saki. That's what they're trying to say. Oh, well, maybe when he got the clothes from her, that's when he passed her the drugs. The fuck? Shut up. Shut up. Matthew did this shit. We know that. We already know. If a person does drugs and has been using drugs for a certain amount of time, they are fully aware of what their own body can handle. True? Yes, we know his name, Matthew LaFountain, Fontaine, whatever it is. Can't they test and tell if a person has been doing drugs? They should have tested him. They should have, that's what none of this is making any sense. Was he tested? Was the sheets tested? Was the glasses tested? The whole apartment should have been under testing immediately. LaFountain has claimed the brother was there to drop something off with Lauren. We already know that. After seeing Jeter, LaFountain told cops Smith Fields went to the bathroom and stayed there for at least 10 minutes, which he thought was odd. When you go to the bathroom for 10 minutes, is that odd to you guys? Are you allowed to be in the bathroom for 10 minutes? What kind of stupid shit is that? Because she was in the bathroom for 10 minutes? What? What? Maybe she had to handle her business in the bathroom and it took her 10 minutes. Maybe she wanted to read a magazine while she was in there handling her business, or play games on her phone like I like to do when I'm in the bathroom for 10 minutes, or watch YouTube and just sit there. Of course, this revelation will steer the focus of the investigation away from Matthew's murderous behind child, and now it will be focused on finding the source of the drugs. But of course, Matthew is the source of the drugs, in my opinion. Child, I need an opinion banner now. No, I'm saying rather they have a long history of drug use. Eva, are you saying if they have can you test to see if they have I think you should be able to. You should be able to tell if this was her first time or if this has been ongoing. Yes, you can tell. I believe you can. Saki, all the while leaving him free to kill again and again. Period. Bumble dates. They didn't test him because they had to protect him. And that's the problem. And that's why the family is frustrated. And then they don't want to talk to the family. They want to keep ignoring the family. It makes absolutely no sense. They could have tested her body to see if she'd been a long-term drug user. Yes. If you're on fentanyl and other drugs, your body will tell on you. And her body didn't say nothing. Period. Point blank. Lauren probably didn't know she was in. Right. Did he put the drugs in her drinks? Make any of this make sense? And she must have been okay when her brother came over, because if she wasn't okay then, he would have noticed it. So it had to happen afterwards. And that's when Matthew did what the F he did. So they would be able to tell if she hadn't used drugs. Absolutely. That's why they gonna sue, because this isn't making any sense. Other women in the area need to be watching out for him. They really do. All right, you guys, this is our beautiful sister, Lauren. This is Matthew. That is Matthew LaFontaine. I was going to say something I shouldn't have said. So I'm going to keep it inside my head because I know I shouldn't have said it. That is Matthew. That is not a sugar daddy. Absolutely not a sugar daddy. All these narratives that they're trying to spin to take the attention away from this man right here, from Matthew LaFontaine, whatever his name is, it needs to stop. It really needs to stop. Why was he not investigated? Why? Yep. That's him. And that's why I just wanted to sit there for a minute so y'all can really see who this man is. He was the last person to see her alive. He woke up. He probably did things with her, woke up next to her, and she was no longer with us. He looks like the type of creep staying chronicle that can't get a day outside of an app. A whole loser. May the good Lord's will be done with you. Period. Remember, they said he was an older white man. This is not he's older than her, but that's not what older would mean. This is her brother, Lakeem Jeter. The woman's family previously expressed anger at the police, accusing them of failing to properly investigate LaFontaine, despite his being the last person to see her alive, and even allegedly shielding him from scrutiny because he was a nice guy. I'm so sick of that nice guy statement keep coming up. Darnell Crossland, an attorney representing the woman's family, argued that detectives now should go to LaFontaine's home and find out where the fentanyl and alcohol originated. Facts. They should have been did that. They should have did that back in December when this happened. The Bridgeport Police Department announced on Tuesday that its Narcotics and Vice Division will conduct the investigation into the fentanyl-related death with assistance from the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration. The Bridgeport Police Department continues to treat the untimely death of Lauren Smith Fields as an active investigation, as we are now refocusing our attention and efforts to the factors that led to her untimely death, Police Chief Rebecca Garcia said in a statement. Crossland also challenged the medical examiner's conclusion that Smith Fields' death was an accident. I do too. That was not an accident. It was just not an accident. How did she get all those drugs into her body? She was not a drug user. How did that happen? It was not accidental. I've never seen a medical examiner conclude a mixture of drugs as an accident without knowing who. Listen, okay, I'm going to reread this. Y'all know how I am. When I read something and I need to reinforce it, I need to reread it. I've never seen a medical examiner conclude a mixture of drugs as an accident without knowing who provided the drugs or how it was ingested. He tweeted, Lauren didn't use drugs. It's just not making sense. The medical examiner's findings doesn't cure any of Bridgeport Police Department's lack of process. In fact, it makes it worse. As a result of a botched investigation this morning, we are left with more questions than answers. We absolutely are. We absolutely are over here too. More questions than we have answers. Yes, justice for Lauren Fields. He's long got rid of that with the help of those officers. Yep. And that's, girl, Dudes like this never get to keep going for long. He will eventually mess up, whether it be with another black woman or a clear woman. He will eventually make a misstep and be caught. I hope so, because this is ridiculous. And this family, I'm praying they sue. They need to sue everybody. Crossland further suggested that Smithfield's passing looks more like a manslaughter, if not a M word. LaFountain told police he and Smithfields, whom he had known for just 3 days, spent her last night on December the 11th drinking tequila, eating, and watching a movie. The following morning, he found her gone on her bloodied sheets and alerted the authorities. Prior to the release of Smithfield's cause and manner of death, her family accused Bridgeport police of showing a lack of responsiveness and racial insensitivity in their handling of the investigation and signaled their intention to file a lawsuit alleging civil rights violation. Absolutely. On Monday, Bridgeport Mayor Joe Ganim launched an internal investigation into the police department's response to Smithfield's passing and the agency's interactions with her family. There is no tolerance for anything less than respect and sensitivity for family members and their losses, Ganim stated. To that end, this matter has been referred to the Office of Internal Affairs to conduct a full and fair investigation. I am praying that they actually conduct a full and fair investigation. As of Tuesday, the woman's family have not said whether they plan to carry on with the lawsuit in light of the medical examiner's revelations. They should. They already knew the results because they had already had their own autopsy. The way they were treated, the lack of investigating and testing all of the evidence immediately. Yes. The family have claimed the police took too long to notify them of Smithfield's death. True. And then asked relatives to stop calling the department for updates. Problem. Ganim announced he will be working with the Bridgeport police to update policies and practices concerning family death notifications. So you mean to tell me the police don't know to contact the immediate family when they enter a crime scene to let the family know that there's been a crime? So much so that they have to update their policies and procedures? Make that make sense. It was not an accident. You got to update your policies and procedures to contact a family. It just made, like, I am so, Bikini, so angry. Death notification should be done in a manner that illustrates dignity for the deceased and respect and compassion for the family, he said. I support and add my voice to the family, community, and elected officials who are calling for state legislation on this issue. We know that what happened. We know where he worked. We don't care. He was not a sugar daddy. He has not been named by police as a suspect. Multiple attempts by dailymail.com to reach LaFountain were unsuccessful. He gonna be quiet. Smithfields, we know she was a student at Norwalk Community College. They were hanging out and drinking the night before. According to the police report, LaFountain claims that at one point during the evening, she became ill and threw up in her bathroom. Okay, here we go, y'all. This is his version. This is his version. Let's just make sure we understand that. At one point during the evening, she became ill and threw up in the bathroom before they continued drinking tequila. The fuck? Okay. I'm older. I don't know any man that wants to drink with you and you go and throw up and he wants you to continue drinking with you. He wants to continue drinking with you. men will stop it. Like, girl, you have reached the maximum capability limits of the evening. I don't want to be over here with a wasted drunk. If he continued drinking after she went in the bathroom, supposedly, because this is just his version, after she threw up, he did this. Why would he continue drinking with her? Her brother, Lakeem Jeter, told Rolling Stone that a large blood stain was found on her bed. Where did the blood come from? Oh, he said her nose was bleeding. And he claimed that several other pieces of key evidence, including a used condom, lubricant, and an unidentified pill, were ignored by cops. The bloody sheets, the condom, the lubricant, and the unidentified pill were ignored by cops. The first night we saw cups there, flip plates, and the lube. All of that should have been evidence. The cups, the plates, all of the things. All of the things. All of the things. The cops didn't take any of the cups to test the liquor, Jeter said. There was a big stain of blood in the middle of her bed with streaks going to the right side. Jesus. Smithfield's family have signaled their intention to sue Bridgeport police officer after becoming frustrated with how they are handling the case, attorney Darnell Crossland told DailyMail.com, alleging the detective in charge of her case told them to stop contacting him. Crossland also said that the detective was uninterested in pursuing Smithfield's date as a suspect. DailyMail.com has contacted Bridgeport Police for comment. In a statement issued last month, Acting Police Chief Rebecca Garcia said the department takes these concerns very seriously. Police are still investigating her death and the case is still active. They're waiting for the autopsy. We already saw the autopsy, but there are parts of the investigation that can be done. They can obtain the messages from Bumble. I didn't even think about that. Where are the Bumble messages? And you listen, I've been on a Bumble app. I've been on a couple of dating apps. Typically, once you make contact on the app, you stop using the app. You guys just will either call or text each other with your real numbers because the app is just to make the initial connection, right? After that initial connection is made, you'll be like, okay, here's my number. You exchange numbers and then go from there. Not only do they need the Bumble messages, where are the cell phone messages from Lauren as well as him? Him. Where are those messages? All of that is part of this investigation. Beautiful. The police report obtained by DailyMail.com revealed that Smithfield asked LaFountain for $40 to get her nails done. So, if she did, so. And then to meet her at her residence where the pair reportedly took shots of tequila. So, LaFountain claims Smithfields became ill and threw up in her bathroom before the two ladies, young ladies, any young lady that ever watches this video, if you happen to drink so much that you regurgitate all of the things that are inside of your tummy, and a man allows you to continue drinking, you should run. He's not here for you. Run. They reportedly played games, ate food, and began watching a movie when Smithfields allegedly received a text, went outside to get something from her brother, whom LaFountain did not see, and then upon her return, went into her bathroom for 10 to 15 minutes. So, her date told police he thought it was odd, but didn't feel it was his place to say anything as he didn't know her that well. This is the stupidest thing ever. There was a used condom, but you can't say nothing to her because you don't know her that well. No, no. This is ridiculous. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. She probably didn't have more than partial drink loaded with the drug. Right. Period. McClure. Period. He drugged her. Justice. They're doing it. This story is the most ridiculous story. Well, hello, Inner City Beauty. How are you? Welcome to my little channel. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you so much. Her mom, my heart goes out. My heart and listen, I'm tore up for her mother. And then if I'm reading this, her mother is reading this type of stuff, right? I'm a mother. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Her date, Lakeem Jeter, Smithfield's brother, told Rolling Stone in an interview earlier this month that he went to his sister's apartment to pick up a basket of his clothes from her. My brother come pick up stuff from me all the time. I am my brother's secretary. He made no mention of dropping anything off. I didn't know that anybody was in there, Jeter told the magazine. She came out and she was out there for like 10 or 15 minutes. There was nothing wrong with her when her brother saw her. There was nothing wrong with her when her brother saw her. And she walked back into the house. She looked normal. She didn't look sick. She didn't look tired. She didn't look drunk. Afterwards, Smithfields and LaFountain continued to watch the movie and finish the bottle of tequila before she fell asleep on the couch. LaFountain allegedly carried her to her bedroom, and the two went to bed. No, that's not how any of that works. That's not how any of that works. That's all they just went to bed. There was a whole used condom. He claims, well, at least they did put he claims. He claims he woke up around 3 a.m. to use the bathroom and found Smithfields snoring. Then around 6:30, he reportedly found her lying on her right side with blood coming out of her right nostril and not breathing. He then called 911. Once police arrived on scene, Smithfield's landlord was contacted. The landlord did not have family contact information, they're saying that the landlord did not have family contact information. So it wasn't until days later when Chantel Fields visited the unit that she learned her daughter had died. That was the police job. The police's job was to find her family. Isn't that what police investigators do? Investigate? If the apartment didn't have her family's information, shouldn't the police have been able to find something in her phone, inside of her apartment? Oh, they waited 2 weeks to process any evidence or to actually care at all. When I asked the officer about the guy, he said he was a very nice guy and they weren't looking into him anymore. It was almost like he was sticking up for him, and it seemed weird to hear that from a detective, Jeter told NBC Connecticut. He told me directly on the phone to stop calling him and hung up in my face. It was just like total disrespect. Like, that's what you tell a family that's going through grief and trying to find answers? Jeter also alleged police were not thorough in their initial crime scene investigation, noting that while officers confiscated her phone, passport, and $1,345 in cash, they neglected to collect other pieces of potential evidence. He told Rolling Stone they found a used condom in the trash, lubricant, bloody sheets on her bed, and an unidentified pill in the unit. The first night we saw cups there, flip plates, and the lube. The cops didn't take any of the cups to test the liquor, said Jeter. There was a big stain of blood. We know about that. Smithfield's mother also claims the officers made her feel as if the investigation was not important. The way they talked to me, the way they have talked to the family, how they treated my daughter. They treated her like she was nobody, like she was not important, Chantel Smith told the TV station. The family's attorney alleged police often don't prioritize investigations involving Black women. Why? We have seen the amount of resources that have gone to other cases involving missing white women like Gabby Petito, and we know so many Black women are missing so much in this country, Attorney Darnell Crossland said. Everyone is speaking out. Everyone is insulted with the way the Bridgeport police and the Bridgeport city has dealt with us. The family planned to hire investigators to look into the case. Meantime, they have paid for an independent autopsy of Smithfield's body, and we know what that autopsy said. The family have several concerns of the incident report, Rolling Stone reported. I haven't texted my sister since December 4th, Jeter said, noting that he did call Smithfields on the night of December 11th to bring out a basket of clothes he was picking up. Her mother also claims that Smithfields had gotten her nails done earlier. This is the part with the $40 didn't make sense to the family. Her mother also claims that Smithfields had gotten her nails done earlier that week and that she wouldn't have needed to get them done again. Fields also noted that her nails were still intact, so they didn't need to be done for her funeral. Crossland, who was representing Smithfield's family, said he is seeking justice for the deceased woman. We're suing the city of Bridgeport for failure to prosecute and failure to protect this family under the 14th Amendment, Crossland said. He is planning to evoke the portion of the Constitution that provides equal protection under the law for all citizens, including Black people. It's happening all too often with Black girls missing across this world, across this country, and no one says anything. The lawyer said, when a white woman goes missing, the whole world drops everything. We are done with this valuation. He added, we want an independent investigation by an independent state agency or federal agency to look into this case. We want the DOJ, like when they have to step in for cases like a Mike Brown. This family has to continue to deal with the loss of their loved one. Work, and they shouldn't have to do that when they are hardworking taxpayers. Crossland claims Bridgeport police have issued their condolences, but only after the case was brought to their attention by the media. Of course, I've seen more on this case on YouTube than I have outside of YouTube. All right, all of this we've seen before. They have a GoFundMe. So this part right here is new. Fields and Jeter are also planning to hold a citywide march on Sunday afternoon to raise awareness about the case and demand justice for their loved one. So I'm thinking that's going to be this Sunday. We want justice. We want answers. I mean, whatever happened that night. We want to know and we want to feel like they care as much as we care, said Jeter. I never thought something like this would happen, where you lose a family member and we are treated like you don't exist. So we are going to ensure this city remembers Lauren Smith Fields. I miss my daughter and I see her in everything that I do. And it pains me to know that I'll never get to see her again. So we are going to have another follow-up when we get more information about Lauren Smith Fields. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in. Have a good evening. Please keep this family in your prayers, and please pray that there is justice for Lauren Smith Fields. She deserves it. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. I appreciate you, and have a good evening.